What's going on, guys? How you doing? We're on to part 2 of this Time Stand Still Rush R40 documentary. Let's get into it. Bam.
Every tour successful
Daniels.
that it would.
Very fucking hard for him to play at the level that he plays.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's a piece of cake. Are you kidding me? You know, the blister on my little finger.
Oh my God.
No, he's an athlete.
Yeah.
He's 60.
Having kids.
It's not that Getty wasn't sure. It's just
more so lately.
it needed to change,
emphasis is fallen. I mean, it's always taken
touring,
a little bit more.
It's hard,
so
for sure.
I think
Pretty much over the touring life as a life, and started
By
reading
the
at
first
the time
tour.
and started writing.
Oh man, Rush Con. What the hell?
Convention. And we should go to Toronto.
Greatest band ever made.
Jesus.
My crazy.
Show some respect for the book.
Game
I have
show
a
style
problem with
stuff, and then we
respect
have
sometimes.
a big charity auction where you can bid on.
It depends. I have a lot of it, but it depends.
You know, photos
like
and
where it
posters and
goes.
stuff.
Like, here's
Some
the thing.
people may agree with or not.
That
Pretentious?
comes myself.
Stereotyping. I do that too. Everybody does that.
How do they keep letting me in this building?
Good question.
This whole thing is.
Okay. Certainly don't need politics to be in this. It's not the subject right now. Or ever in a long time. It kind of, you know, it's a bit too much. So RushCon and getting these parents out of their parents' basement. That's what it looked like. I'm like, these people are not children. They're not kids. They're not teenagers. Oh boy. Anyways. I like the bits where like they're in it, not like I don't need the fan bits. I'm good on that. I mean, I liked the after the show, the fans talking about it, but like that little thing I didn't need, you know, even aside from the political crap, you know, I didn't need. It's okay. RushCon, forget RushCon. I want to hear about the band. You know, this has nothing to do with the band. This is just you guys and your weird club. Go do it, whatever. Anyways, everybody left. Everybody that's watching left. They're all in the club. See, this is what I mean about the respect thing. It's like there are things I respect, but then there are other things where it's like, I'm not going to respect a book. It's just a book. They print a zillion of them. And there's digital copies and whatever. Like, it's kind of like my... Okay, so this past weekend I did a gig, and I was carting in my amp, and the whole freaking thing tumbled to the ground, to concrete, just tumbled. And the drummer was right there, and he was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And I was like, "It's fine. It's not a big deal. If this stuff doesn't work after it fell like that, I shouldn't own this. You know, that's not the kind of gear I own." You know, I'm just disrespectful with that kind of stuff. It doesn't, you know, I don't like clean my instruments. None of it. It's just a tool. You know, like I'm just not like that. I don't care about that kind of stuff. Like, I want it to work. I'm not trying to break things, you know, or anything like that. But, you know, it's like these things that are just things that we hold so precious that's really just not, I mean, it is and it's not. You can kind of see it both ways, and I'm just kind of like, it's just a thing. It can be replaced. It's not a big deal. You know, like, yeah, do I want something to happen to it? No. But, you know, anyways, sorry. Just trying to forget the political stuff. Anyways, cool. That's part 2. The stories and all that kind of stuff. The photo, again, you know, the photos and the footage is all really cool. Yeah, all the old photos, all that kind of stuff is really cool. What else from that one? Is there anything else besides Michael Moore? Yeah, you know, we've heard, right? I've heard enough already about, like, talking about Neil talking about, you know, if he just says this one thing, then I'm not going to... It was nice to see Ray Daniels. That's cool to have him in it. Very cool, because I feel like he should have been he should have been Beyond the Light Stage, and he wasn't. I mean, that's what I think, but it's cool that he's there. It's interesting that Neil didn't want to tour after knowing that after the first gig, after the first tour, and yet just did it for decades. You know, I mean, yeah, touring and doing all that kind of thing, you know, especially like at those early stages where it's like more different. It's not cushy. It's more difficult. Even when it's cushy, it's still, you know, kind of sucks. I mean, it sucks way less. I mean, listen, I've flown on private jets to gigs and things like that, and after gigs, and that's obviously super cushy, like super, and it's way better than going to an airport. Flying in general sucks, like it does, and I can't even imagine doing that now. I'm frankly glad in a lot of ways I'm not doing that now, because flying sucks ass, right? It's just, I can't imagine. And I don't think I ever, there was maybe one time where I was flying to a gig, where the band was flying to a gig, and there was like a problem, you know, like delays or whatever, and it affected the gig. But every other one, and I've done freaking a lot. So I feel like I've been lucky that there was no insane nightmares, but still, like, just the potential of it is just nerve-wracking to begin with. It's just like, oh man, I hope that this goes fine. Every single time, I hope this goes fine. And, you know, like, so yeah, even flying private and getting, you know, like, private cars and things like that, picking you up, and it's just all of those kinds of things, you know, super nice accommodations, all that stuff, you're still traveling. And it still takes a lot out of you. You're still away from your home, your family, you know, you're still out of your routine. And just all of that, it becomes tiresome and old kind of fast. Like, yeah, things are nice. You're not sightseeing, you know, it's not like that. There are people that think that, like, oh yeah, you're traveling around all these countries, all these towns, all these places, all these cities, all this stuff you get to see. You're going to this place, you're going to, you know, like wherever. It's like, yeah, but I'm not really seeing it. I'm just driving from the airport to the hotel, to the venue, to the hotel, to the airport, and now I'm home, you know, kind of thing. Or whatever, you know, to the next place, or whatever, you know, whatever. Anyway, so it's a lot. It can be tough. That's actually where I prefer driving, because I feel like then you see more, like way more. That's why I'm like, oh yeah, RV or something like that, like even just a car. You know, like you just see more, you experience more, you feel like you're seeing more of things than flying. Flying, you're not seeing shit. You're seeing an airport and an airplane, and that's it. Anyways, cool. All right. Part 3 coming up. Catch you then.